You like Final Fantasy 12? Great! Neverwinter Nights 2? Sweet. How about Pokemon Ranger? Threw you a curveball there, huh? What do you say to First Encounter Assault Recon? Hey, stay with me, people. It's time you broadened your gaming horizons, and we've got just the show to help you do it. It's called Cheat, and it starts right now. Welcome to Cheat, the show for gamers with a bit of an authority problem. I'm Kristin Holt, and this episode is a mixed bag of everything from epic RPGs to cuddly critter capers and lightning-fast FPS action. I thought we'd kick things off with a look at Final Fantasy 12. When you think of Final Fantasy, you probably think of adorable Moogles, giant chickens, and hairpin plot twists.
I suppose I could tell you, but wouldn't you rather see for yourself?
No, my friend. The name of this show is Cheat. We're all about spoilers. Unlike some other installments in the long-running series, Final Fantasy 12 doesn't get difficult right away. The challenge ramps up slowly, so we're starting off with a walkthrough for the first difficult dungeon, the Lahusu Mines in beautiful downtown Bajurba.
The Lusu mines are just up ahead. Though, I do hear there's not much left there these days.
Once your airship touches down in the City of the Clouds, you'll meet up with an adorable little scamp who goes by the name of Lamont.
Oh, I'm Lamont.
Yes, believe it or not, that's a guy. I know. It's hard to tell. He wants to tag along, which turns out to be a good thing. Lamont brought a bunch of high-powered potions, and he doesn't mind sharing them with the crew. Before you enter the mine, try to unlock Libra on your license grid. That may sound like mumbo-jumbo, but it's actually an ability that lets you see and avoid explosive traps that are spread throughout the mine. Also, the area is huge and it can be easy to get off track. So if you have the extra cash, you may want to consider picking up the map from the Moogle cartographer right outside the entrance. There's about 1 billion zombified enemies wandering the mines Dawn of the Dead style, and it's easy to get overwhelmed by them. Here's a quick tip to kill them off before they can surround you. Try casting Cura on them. Since they're zombies, healing spells can actually do damage. It may cost you magic points, but it's a good way to get out of a tight spot. If possible, try to keep Balthier and Fran in your party at all times, since they're the only ones who can easily shoot down the bats you frequently run into. Once you reach the deepest room in the mines, you make a shocking discovery.
This is what I came here to see.
Wow, you came here to see a Glade plugin?
It's Nethicite.
Unfortunately, there's not much time to take in the scenery. A group of bloodthirsty bangas show up to the party, and they're out to kill Balthier.
Balthier! Too long have I gone unpaid. I'll carve my bounty out of that boy.
Yeah, these guys are not your friends. Even though it's technically possible to beat them, you'd have to be ridiculously high-leveled to do it. So don't bother trying.
After them!
Just grab your jogging shoes and get out of there.
We'll not be able to take them all. Fight who we must, leave the rest.
Lamont leaves your party at this point because apparently he can run faster without you. So much for being a team player. Head back the way you came and don't get distracted by wandering enemies. You definitely don't have time to fight them. Once you get past a few zones, you should successfully lose the bad guys.
We've lost them.
Backtrack through the remainder of the mines. Once you get back to civilization, you're greeted with a surprising plot twist. Turns out your pal Lamont is actually Larsa, also known as the little brother of part-time bad guy and full-time Fabio lookalike Lord Vane.
That was unexpected.
And if that's not enough, he also snags your old gal pal Pinello.
Do not worry. I believe he will treat her well.
Nobody knows men like Fran does.
Wow, so not cool. It looks like it's time to go into full-scale rescue mode and get Pinello back. We'll cover that next time. So far, so good. At least it seems to make more sense than Final Fantasy XI. We'll climb back aboard the airship later on in the show, but right now, I have a few tips to share with you about Pokemon Ranger for the Nintendo DS. Pokemon Ranger for the Nintendo DS takes a more environmentally friendly view of the Pokemon world. Instead of catching critters in cramped Pokeballs, you use your styler to draw circles around them, forming an emotional bond with the cute and not-so-cute beasties. Those Pokemon will then follow you as long as you stay within their natural habitat. It helps to keep a variety of Pokemon in your party to be prepared for different obstacles and enemies. And always keep an electric Pokemon with you in case your styler takes damage during a tough fight and needs to be recharged. When you reach Summerland, the first person you'll see is MC Fisher, who challenges you to capture as many marine Pokemon as you can in 3 minutes. You won't have access to any assistant Pokemon, so this is a contest of raw skill as you frantically draw circles on the DS touchscreen. Many marine Pokemon are submerged when you encounter them. To catch the fishies, you'll need to time your circles just right to lasso them when they leap into the air. While you may feel rushed by the time limit, take a moment to talk to the man at the lighthouse near the center of the map. He'll share a few hints about the local wildlife. One tip he'll give you is that catching a few Goldines will draw sea kings to the area, and catching several sea kings will cause a Whalmer to show up. In the bottom left corner of the map, there's a lot of Goldines, worth 300 points each. Keep crossing this section and catching Goldines while avoiding other Pokemon. Sea Kings worth 700 points will soon begin to appear. Turn your focus to them by looking for the larger shadows in the water. When a Whalmer finally shows, its shadow will be unmistakably huge. Going through this process and catching a Whalmer might take a few attempts, but a single Whalmer is worth a whopping 2,200 points, which should make it easy to trounce the high score of 3,500 points. See, it's easy, just like bass fishing. Only you use a stylus, and you don't have to sit under the hot sun all day in a small boat with a fat drunk guy and pee into a mayonnaise jar. I promise I just made that up, it's totally not true. Come to think of it, Pokemon Ranger is a lot more fun than bass fishing. We'll explore your multi-classing options in Neverwinter Nights 2 after the break, but first, here's a quick cheat for Mortal Kombat. We all want to please our parents, and here's how you do it in Mortal Kombat Armageddon. You can play the role of Taven, a half-god, half-human, sent by his dad to destroy Blaze. Once you destroy this fire warrior, you can prevent Armageddon among the realms. To play as Taven without having to play him in Conquest mode, go to the crypt, type in this code, and fight your way up the pyramid. It might take many battles, but soon enough you'll finally face Blaze. Make your papa proud.
Flawless victory.
Working from home changed my life.
It all started when I was referred by this free service.
All you need is a computer and a little belief in yourself.
With all the money I made working from home, I bought a new home. This is the one website you have to visit.
I love the lifestyle my home business offers. And the money's great too.
If you're not working from home, then you're missing out on your share of a multi-billion-dollar industry.
I make over $7,000 a month working part-time.
I'm making $5,000 a month. Never thought I'd make this much right out of school.
I actually like what I do now, and I'm making more than ever.
Put your computer to work now.
My goal for next month is $20,000.
Working from home changed my life. This is the one website you have to visit.
I love working from home.
Ready for more money? Start earning extra money yourself by going to this website today.
Log on to 5gain.com now.
Dawn, is that you? How are you? Where are you working?
Still there, same old job. That's baby Ben.
I'm 5!
What happened? You never came back to work.
I went back to school and finished my master's degree online while I was home with Ben.
Mommy's the vice president!
I wish I could afford to quit my lousy job and go back to school.
You don't have to quit. That's the beauty of getting a degree online.
I'll never find the right school. The more research I do, the more confused I get.
Oh, the HR director suggested you use Education Connection.
Education Connection is an amazing free service that does all the work for you. We search hundreds of accredited universities and colleges and thousands of programs so you don't have to. We make finding the right school easy.
Dawn, is that you? You never came back to work. Moved up to corporate after I got my degree online.
Let Education Connection find the right school for you. It's free, so call 800-301-5015 or log on to 12edconnection.com now.
The young male brain, comprised of two distinct sectors. This half, the technology. This half, the pleasure center. Obsessed with getting your noodle in the solder.
For 2 days, G4 brings you gadgets and girls. January 11th, go inside the Consumer Electronics Show and see the future of tech. Then on January 12th, stimulate those pleasure centers at the Adult Entertainment Expo. G4 presents CES and AEE January 11th and 12th at 9 p.m.
Balance your brain with G4.
Welcome back to Cheat. Some things just go together, like peanut butter and jelly, chicken and waffles, elected officials and criminal indictments. But barbarian paladins? Rogue sorcerers? Try it and see. Here's how to mix and match classes in Neverwinter Nights 2. Warning! Exposure to orcs, elves, dwarves, or gnomes may cause certain side effects, including loss of social life, fashion sense, or ability to tolerate daylight. If you're bored with your single-class character, spice up your Neverwinter Nights 2 experience with a dash of schizo. Multi-classing your character can be loads of fun. The combo possibilities are interesting, but full of challenges. Stay on top of multi-classing, and you'll make hybrids trendy instead of geeky. So what is good for multi-classing? Well, fighters and rangers certainly complement each other. Fighters specialize in melee, and rangers, well, they specialize in ranged attacks. That way you can fight a little, then shoot a little. These two types are the most versatile, and they multi-class well with barbarians, paladins, rogues, and monks. Now, if you intend to play as a barbarian or a paladin, their abilities multi-class well with fighters or rangers. You know, fight a little, shoot a little. However, if you're looking to truly maximize the rage of a barbarian or the spells of a paladin, level up within their respective classes.
I'll kill you! You'll see!
Are you jonesing for casting a level 5 fireball? Then don't even think about multi-classing. Spellcasters, such as wizards or druids, have a large assortment of abilities as you advance your character in the game. Stick to developing those uber spells and become the almighty uber spellcasting dork.
Excellent.
Now what about those sneaky rogues? They're about sneak attacks and stealth kills, rather than bashing someone's head in. Generally, rogues stay away from multi-classing, but if you insist, try pairing your rogue with a wizard or sorcerer. Level up in that class for magic support. Now you can fight a little, cast a little. So there you go. Have fun mixing and matching your character classes. And be careful out there. Don't want to poke your eyes out with that dagger. Want to take Cheat with you wherever you go? Simple. Just visit g4tv.com/podcast for clips of this and your other favorite G4 shows. We're headed into the extraction point in First Encounter Assault Recon right after the break. But first, here's a quick cheat for Scarface. Sometimes it gets too hot even for Tony Montana. In Scarface, The World Is Yours for PS2, Tony must rebuild his empire, but every gangster in Miami is gonna try and stop him. When it gets too hot for Tony, go to the cheat menu and type in no balls. Although it won't eliminate the gang heat, it'll make it easier for you to move around Miami. And soon, Tony will make it too hot for his enemies.
Not take Tony Montana down for me!
When America needs a hero. When freedom stands alone. Let's join Special Agent Bob and Secret Agent Steve, two of the finest official unofficial Splinter Cells.
You want to play Navy SEALs? No. Come on, I'll be Charlie Sheen, and you can be whoever else was in that movie. I think Bill Paxton was in that movie. You can be him.
I'm not playing Navy SEALs. And Bill Paxton was not in that movie.
Dude! What?
Can we just drop it? He wasn't in the movie.
Jesus, did you really need to kill him?
What?
Hey look, Bill Paxton was in Navy SEALs. IMDb said... Hey!
We're almost out of here, just down that tunnel.
Which Navy SEAL are you?
Well, I guess I'll be Bill Paxton.
Steve? Steve, I'm coming! Steve!
Stay tuned for the continuing adventures of Bob and Steve.
Even though they live in the same city, they don't know each other, but they've made contact. Is it a sixth sense? No, it's Zed Chat.
Take the leap with your cell phone and Zed Chat. Your soulmate is closer than you think. Just send a text message to 46933. Go to Create Message, text Chat to get what you're looking for. Send it now to 46933 and we'll send you 4 matches to start chatting right away. Remember, send Chat to 46933 or go Zed. Try it now and the first week is free. Zed.
3 years from now, I can see myself in a house of my own and still learning the trade. Now, I'm an EOA technician. Basically, I deal with the satellite linking between locomotives. I got my associate's and bachelor's degree from ITT Tech. At ITT Tech, they took me through everything from basic components, electronics, all the way through software programming very quickly. I really enjoyed school. ITT Tech definitely helped me increase my potential. I like to snowboard a lot, go to the beach, ride horses, just have fun. I remember I did roof construction. It burned me up. I thought, I better get in school. The next thing I knew, I was there.
We are educators helping people build a foundation for the rest of their lives. ITT Technical Institute, education for the future. To find out more, call 1-800-327-1172 or visit us on the web. Get an education that can help you reach your goals. ITT Tech has information on financial aid programs for those who qualify. Call 1-800-327-1172 to apply.
Beginning this January, watch live PGA Tour coverage on the Golf Channel. Starting with the season-opening Mercedes-Benz Championship, where Tiger Woods will be aiming for his 7th straight PGA Tour victory. But Stuart Appleby has a streak of his own. He's won the last 3 years in Maui. One streak will end, guaranteed. Watch all 4 rounds of the Mercedes-Benz Championship starting January 4th on the Golf Channel.
Do you want to own a brand new computer and improve your credit at the same time? If you have less than perfect credit, bad credit, or no credit at all, and want to improve your credit, Guaranteed Consumer Funding can assist you in obtaining the high-quality computer you want and need, while at the same time help you build or rebuild your credit. Here's how it works.
Bad credit? No credit. No problem. There's no credit check, so you will not be turned down. If you have a checking or savings account and can afford weekly payments of just $29.99, then you are already approved for a brand new Dell, HP, or other name brand computer. Guaranteed. So give us a call now to have your brand new computer shipped right to you, and we'll add over $700 in premiums and upgrades and an MP3 player for free. And with select models, we'll throw in a free printer.
Give us a call today to get the computer of your dreams, and we'll help you get back on track to improving your credit. Guaranteed Consumer Funding, your credit solution for quality electronics.
Welcome back to Cheat. If you thought the FPS action in F.E.A.R couldn't get any more intense, think again. The Extraction Point expansion ratchets the experience way up on the fright meter, with new AI enemies like battle mechs and invisible ghouls. You'll be glad that you have your Gatling hypercannon handy. Just when you thought it was safe to open your eyes, F.E.A.R returns to haunt your first-person shooter nightmares with its latest expansion, Extraction Point. Extraction Point picks up after your escape helicopter has crashed.
You killed me. I didn't like that.
The objective is simple. Try to get out of the area alive. Easy enough, huh? Not so much. The F.E.A.R franchise is known for its array of waking nightmares, and Extraction Point is no exception. And try to keep your lunch down as you make your way. These waking nightmares are all scary, but there are only a few that can actually cause you real damage. Like the Guardians, for example. When you see one of these freaky floating monsters, just keep shooting. The replica soldiers are back in force with some new additions to their ranks. The Elite proved to be tough customers with faster reflexes, heavier armor, and better accuracy. You'll know them by their eerie white faces. The best strategy? Keep shooting! The best method for taking out these pesky enemies is to hit them and hit them hard before they even know you're there. Next up, and by far the worst, are the invisible ghouls. These creepy little abominations take after the stealth soldiers from the first installation of F.E.A.R. Be careful though, they can inflict a lot more damage, and they don't always play fair. It's best to pay very close attention to your surroundings. You'll know them when you see their glowing red eyes streaking across the dark room. They don't carry any weapons, so they have to get close to do damage. When the ghouls go in for the kill, hit them point blank with the shotgun. That should make them think twice before messing with you. Deep in the recesses of the parking garage, you'll encounter the Stage 2 battle mechs, which are simply larger versions of the ones you fight earlier in the game. They can be tough customers, but if you stick to your trusty multi-missile launcher and your proximity mines, you should prevail. For maximum effect, try to attack them from a distance. If you don't, well, I can't guarantee your safety. What would an expansion pack be without new weapons? F.E.A.R Extraction Point delivers. The turret mines are very useful in crowded situations. To deploy them, simply throw them like you would any normal grenade. When the mine hits a surface, it will attach and arm itself. Sit back, relax, and let the turret mine do the work for you. The laser carbine will make barbecue out of anything that stands in its path. Remember to be as accurate as possible when using this weapon to maximize damage. It's very powerful, but won't last long. Don't hold down the trigger for long periods of time. Short, controlled bursts are the most effective way to fry your enemies. Last but certainly not least is the TB2A Gatling gun. If you're feeling the urge to indulge your killer instincts, this is the weapon to do it with. When you find yourself being attacked from all sides, simply pull the trigger. This gun will go right through multiple layers of enemies. The TB2A promises to be the most unforgiving and ruthlessly fun weapon you've played in the F.E.A.R series. So what are you waiting for? Face your fears. Okay, I think we could all use a little breather after that. We're heading back to Final Fantasy Land right after the break, but first, tell Wendy and Marvin to go walk the Wonder Dog. Here's a handy quick cheat for the Justice League.
Man of Steel. Superman.
He's more than a man in funny red shoes, but even Superman can get a little battle damaged in Justice League Heroes for Xbox. So when the space lasers and giant robots are getting you down, pause the game and enter this code. Now when you get hit, you'll only take half the damage. Bring it, Brainiac!
This program is brought to you by The Block, coming January 15th at 10, only on G4.
Hurry in for incredible savings throughout the store at Circuit City's spectacular sale and clearance. Right now, get up to 10% off TVs. Plus, all home theater surround sound systems, receivers, and speakers are on sale now. And it's a perfect time to save on everything you need for everything you got. All memory cards, digital frames, and camera bags are on sale. And you'll save 40 to 50% on camcorder batteries, camcorder blank media, and more. Only at Circuit City.
Critics are raving about the #1 movie in America.
I guess.
The Beverly Boys!
Hilarious, a romping, stomping good ride.
The comedy night guy.
It's Ben Stiller at his funniest.
Quest for Fire? Over.
Night at the Museum. Rated PG. Now playing.
I've got to get a better job. Fat chance, not without a degree. How can I get a degree? I'd have to quit this lousy job to go back to school. Hi.
Helen, I earned my degree online while I was in your job. Stop by my office. Getting my degree online was a great experience, but finding the right school was a nightmare. Now it's so easy, thanks to Education Connection's free service. Give them a try. What have you got to lose?
You just fill out a simple profile online or on the phone. We search our database of hundreds of accredited schools and thousands of online degree programs, selecting only those that offer financial aid to qualified students. Then, like a magnet, your profile attracts the choices that are the best match for you.
With so many opportunities available, Education Connection makes finding the right school easy.
Let Education Connection find the right school for you. It's free, so call 800-368-8214 or log on to 54edconnection.com now.
Half of all U.S. businesses are home-based.
This free service helped me find the perfect home business.
Their free success kit made it simple. All you need is a computer and a little desire.
I'm making $10,000 a month.
I work only 3 days a week and make $9,000 a month.
We're making $12,000 a month.
And we have more family time.
Be a part of this $427 billion industry.
I made enough money from my home business to buy a new home.
Your successful home-based business is just a click away, so log on to 3hbb.com now.
What happens when you take 12 snowboarding animals and force them to work in the same hotel? The Block. Series premiere January 15th at 10, only on G4.
Welcome back to Cheat. Earlier in the show, you piloted your airship to Bajurba in Final Fantasy XII. But wait till you encounter the Dreadnought Leviathan later in the game. It makes your ride look like a birthday party balloon. Now that you've conquered the Lahusu mines, it's time to take on a bigger, badder challenge. Saving your friends Penelo and Princess Ash from the evil Judge Geese.
Have you forgotten your manners?
Your crew decides that the best way to track down resistance forces is to start spreading rumors that your friend Bosch, who's wrongly accused of being a traitor, is still alive.
Bosch lives!
That does the trick. And sooner than you can say, bizarre plot contrivance, resistance leaders introduce you to the Marquise.
I'm afraid you're too late. Lord Larsa's cortege has already rejoined the Imperial detachment.
He puts you under arrest so you can get a shot at rescuing your friends. How nice of him.
They're to be taken to Judge Geese.
You're taken onto the Dreadnought Leviathan, an enormous airship that looks like something out of Star Wars. Or at least Stargate. Once you're on it, you reunite with Princess Ash, and you all live happily ever after.
After what you've done, how dare you?
Oh no, wait, that's not what happens. You actually get thrown into the brig. Fortunately, Bosch's old military buddy, Vossler, shows up to save you.
I need your help.
When you first get control after this especially long cutscene, make sure to grab the map from the nearby jug. Trust me, this ship is huge, and you're gonna need it. Look out for booby-trapped hallways on the Dreadnought.
Break one of those beams and an alarm will sound, summoning the guard.
You can always fight them off, but it's easier to just avoid the brawl. From the starting position, there are two basic ways to go. If you take the northern route, you'll have to unlock some doors with keycards. But if you take the southern way, you'll have to deal with even more laser alarms. Not cool. Neither choice is a picnic, but I sort of preferred the southern route because it seemed more direct. Once you reach the bottom level of the airship, you'll have a huge battle with a whole gang of bad guys. Normally in Final Fantasy games, it's better to take out the foot soldiers first, but not this time. I actually recommend concentrating solely on the judges, since they deal huge damage to your party. Once they're dispatched, it's time for a jailbreak. In the prison cells, you free a Moogle who's also a traveling salesman. Make sure to go through his inventory and buy valuable magic spells like Shell. But you can't spend all day shopping. You've got princesses to rescue.
We should hurry. They won't be long.
Once she joins up with you, she's a full-time party member, and you can shuffle her into the action at any time. The only problem is that by freeing the prisoners, you've also tripped the alarms, and that means you can't take 2 steps without fighting a bad guy. Make sure to check your map. See those gear symbols? Those are security consoles that allow you to temporarily turn off the alarm system. Use them when you can, and make your way back to the western area on your map. If you keep the healing spells coming, you'll live to reunite with Penelo.
Gone.
As well as androgynous heir to the throne, Larsa.
Let us go.
The good news is that Larsa hooks you up with an airship to escape in. The bad news is you'll have to fight Judge Geese in order to use it.
As for you, my dear, the Empire requires you no more!
He may look mean, but he's actually only slightly less evil than Judge Judy. Remember that shell spell that you bought from the Moogle? It's time to use it on all your party members. Geese has some devastating attacks, and it's best to keep at least 2 healing characters out at all times. The Judge's most damaging attack is Arrow, and he casts it pretty often. Fortunately for you, now that you've got 6 party members, you still have a backup squad even if your A-team gets killed. If somebody dies, it may be easier to just switch them out for your other players instead of reviving them. Congrats! You've beaten the best of Arcadia's Imperial forces. Now it's time to kick it with the Marquise until the next crisis. And knowing the world of Final Fantasy, that won't take long. That's all for now. If you missed any of these tips, visit us on the web at g4tv.com/cheat. Or if you're feeling frisky, you can write to us at cheat@g4tv.com. Until next time, I'm Kristin Holt, and you've been cheating.
Today on X-Play.